Hey everybody, this is Scott Denton. Welcome to my channel, Like Syrup. Today I'm going to be going over how to utilize using the XGen hair that 3dScanstore has made. I was having a conversation with James Busby today and thought it would be a fun, quick tutorial to throw up on my page and just show you guys how to quickly use these things. I won't go through to final render process, but I will go through showing how to get it fully transferred into the correct positioning of where it will be. You can either use Arnold or Marmoset or whatever else after the fact to use them otherwise. And I'll get started. So right now we're going to go to Zbrush, and we're going to use a character I've used before. And what we're going to do is we have this version, right, which is the full body. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut that head off at the shoulders to where it's one line in, because the way he uses his scan store assets is they're one line in also, so one edge loop in from where the UVs are from this version. So we're going to go ahead and do that, which we already did. I'm going to go ahead and export this out as, let's do it as, we're going to do it in hair trans. We're going to do this as the target head, and then what we're going to do is we're going to import in here. We'll just do it load tool. Let's go to where we have the files that we've downloaded from 3dScanstore. So let's go up to here. I've put them in this folder. I'm going to do the hair man bun one, and we're just going to bring in the actual ZTL. So hair man bun, we've done that. What we're going to do is we're going to create a folder and just call this hair within Zbrush. I'm going to go ahead and move both of these. And then what you can do is, since we have that group, you can come here to where is it? Subtool Master, and then you can do copy folder, and now you can paste that folder into this other subtool. So now if we zoom out and we're not soloed out, we can see that those things are in my actual subtool folder for the other things that I've created. So we could leave, for the purposes of this tutorial, we could leave these where they're at. But just because I feel like it gets a little bit better result if we move these. So like what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead here, we're going to say transpose set, and then we're going to go ahead and slap that so it's in the middle of that head, and then we're going to move this group just to be closer to where our actual target head is. This isn't specifically important, but like it's just something, I don't know, I like to do. And you could say like, oh, why don't I just move these things manually? I just feel like you get better results by following this process. So now that we have that in place to where we like it, let's go ahead and just turn everything else off except for the body and the head. So we have the head we've exported out that head. So right now we're going to export out the base head. So let's go ahead and do this, export that base head. So we're going to call this base head. And then we're going to export out the hair. And we're going to export out the beard. And then because we aren't sure, because we split this off from that other body, and we know that these initially didn't have the same vert order, because of the split, what we're going to do is we're going to go into Maya real quick, and we're going to make sure that we have the same vert order from target to base. So now let's go to here, And we've already done this process before. You guys didn't see that part of the tutorial, but we're going to go ahead and import in both. I mean, you could just come here and do this too. You could say like two objects. Let's do hair, and so we got base head and target head, and we'll just drag both of those in. So we can go ahead and get rid of these. And then right now, just to illustrate, you can see like, let's go ahead and move this over, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a blend shape between these, and you'll see that it will mess up because it's not the same. So like now, if we go to animation, shape, here, wait, let's see. So that, yeah, so that was the thing I was saying. So we haven't deleted the one line in yet. So right now, we can say, like, we know this is 12,576. This is 12,466. If we do the math correctly, we can know that we have just one more loop that we don't need. So what we can come here and do is we can come here and delete this edge, right? And now we should have 12,466 and 12,466. And now what we're going to do is we're going to delete the history real quick. Just after that, just to get rid of those things. And we're going to move over this head. And just to illustrate the issue is you can go like this and go like this, and we can say deform blend shape, and let's come here to animation. I don't really know how you would do this in Blender. I'm sure it's a similar thing, but you can see that like they're not the same vert order. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and delete my type again. We're going to keep this open. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and then we're going to come here to transfer vortex order. And usually what I'll do is I'll come and basically grab like something that's noticeable. So like that's 3 points that are noticeable in that one, and I know that those same 3 points are right here, and right here. And then that's going to change the vert order from this and that to be the same. We're going to delete history so that's not here anymore. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create the same blend shape. And then you can see now that those work together, right? So that's basically done. So we're going to delete that blend shape, and I'm just going to come, well here, let's go ahead and just delete by this. And now that we know that there's no blend shape on it, we can come here and zero this back out. And then we're just going to re-export out the target geometry. So export, and then target head. So we're going to save on top of that again. And now we're going to go to wrap, and then I'll just show you this process real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to create 3 geometry nodes. And then we're going to create a lattice node, which is right here. And we're going to put these consecutively the way that they're ordered up above. And then basically you can see this on the node. It'll say this is the deformable geometry, this is your base deformation, your source deformation, and then this is your target deformation. So what we're going to do is we're going to put hair here, right? So hair, and then source, which would be the head from James and 3dScanstore, and then we're going to do our target, which is from the character that I had. So our target head. So now we have all 3 of those in place, right? So I mean, one thing more you could do to illustrate this better is to like put like a move node in here, so you could just move them aside to see what it's doing. But like I'll just illustrate. So now, as soon as I finished that up, you could see that like it actually moved the hair from our original version to the new version, right? So here's our new version, and then here's the original positioning. So it's basically just using the same topology to kind of like envelope the thing in a lattice, and then moving it to your new target position. And then just to illustrate this further, what we're going to do is, I'll show you real quick, is you can just use another, so like let's do beard. So we'll just change it to the beard, and now there's your beard in the new position as well. So we're going to go ahead and export out both of these. We're going to do save, and we'll do save geometry. And then we'll just go ahead and say save geometry. We've already done, I had already done this before, so we'll just go to where that is. We'll do say new beard, and then compute current frame, and then I'm going to do the hair. And then we'll go ahead and export that as the new hair. So export this out, and we'll say new hair, and then export that out. And now all we need to do is go back to Zbrush, and we can come to we'll just leave these where they are. You could import it onto the actual objects, but like what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just append twice. I'll just go ahead and duplicate this one, but we'll just do append, and then we'll import our new beard and import our new hair. And then we can go ahead and turn these off and see that we now have our hair on our old guy. Here it is with the full body. We can up-res this to, let's do, where the heck is it? Oh yeah, it's under geometry, sorry. No, it's not, it's alright. All high. Just to kind of see it. But then all of this should still have the UVs on it that James sent over, and you basically just use all the maps that he included, and then in whatever program that you want associated with those pieces of geometry. I'll just let it finish doing this. But yeah, if you have any more questions or anything about this, feel free to put them in the comments. And if you liked this, please like and subscribe. And I look forward to doing more of these no-edit tutorials in the future. I hope this is helpful, and look forward to talking with you all soon. And there we go. And let's go ahead and turn on all of our pieces of geometry. Then turn this one off. We can go ahead and turn off the hat, just so it's not poking through, and then there we are. Let's just do this to make it look nicer too. And there we are with our final hair from that particular character. And you could easily just use this with any of the other assets that they have. So like any of these, because all of these geometries use the same geo. And then you could easily, use the clothing, all this stuff you could do using that lattice node and the geometry included by ScanStores. Yeah, that's it. All right, thank you. Bye.